Hola, futuros compañeros del Valhalla, bienvenidos un día más a mi canal, al canal de Rudex Norris. Sí señor, estamos con este jueguecito llamado... ¿Qué sentido tiene que me digas esto ahora? ¿Es un normal? Estamos con Vampyr. Anda, ahí, aquí hay un desconocido. ¡Tú, desconocido! Está por dentro. Me quedé con tus muertos. Ah, pero claro, está junto con ese, ¿no? Está aquí dentro. A ver, tú. A ver, ¿de qué vamos aquí? Le meto un guantazo. Dice, ya está. No pasa nada.
A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Así me gusta. ¿Cómo acabó la guardia de William Bishop?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood.
Sí, ¿no?
I don't know
Claro.
why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
What?
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man
Ambas.
trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for life.
Era un antiguo monaguillo. Estas cosas van a pasar factura en el futuro, pero bueno.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best.
Vale.
And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Vale.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
La verdad es que en esta época a quien más se respetaba con diferencia eran a las mujeres que estaban en bandas. Y me parece muy raro eso.
Has the gang been threatening?
Lo reviento.
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long. You know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint. Not even criminals.
Hombre, imagínate. Con los religiosos que eran en esta época. ¿Cómo se encuentra?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually.
Uy, va.
William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Pues sí.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical
Te sorprendería.
token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Vale, le dejo con su...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Vale. A lo mejor puedo ayudar a alguien con el agotamiento. A estos de aquí. A lo mejor sí. Oye, por intentarlo que no quede. ¿Te puedes apartar, hija mía? Me poseces.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay. Pulsa RB para comprobar el estado de salud del ciudadano. Curar a un ciudadano aumenta su calidad de sangre y te proporcionará experiencia. También mejorará el estado de salud del distrito.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And
Exactamente.
you have my gratitude for that.
Hala. Ya está sano. Recuperando. Oh, se está recuperando. Oye. Wop. Háblame usted.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Es verdad, joder, si por eso no quería hablarle.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Por esto no quería hablar con ella.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me. I will not...
Que ya cura tu...
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Yup. Wop.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Hasta luego, Luca. Ah, que tengo que hablar con esta. Joder.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything
Ah,
of value?
mierda.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here is immediately treated.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Ok. Enfermedad. La enfermedad empeora la calidad de la sangre de un ciudadano. Usa medicina adecuada para curarlos. Habla con el paciente de la habitación que hay detrás de Dorothy para comprar su estado de salud. Ya lo he hecho. Una rata en el hospital. Qué bien. No pinta nada raro eso. Tentación de sangre. No olvides que la sangre de un ciudadano te proporcionó un impulso masivo de experiencia. ¿Me podéis dejar de ponerme eso cada 2x3? Busca ciudadanos con un nivel igual o inferior a tu nivel de cautividad. Eliges obviamente. ¿Me podéis dejar de poner en la puta cara que te puedes comer a tu... Que te los puedes comer. Te he dicho que te los puedes comer. Que sí, que me dejes en paz. Si no lo he hecho ya es por algo. Déjame en puto paz. Cansinos de mierda, tío. Qué asco, colega.
Please, Jonathan.
Bueno.
Come in.
No hables de Hamlet, por favor, no recites a Hamlet.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death.
Ese esqueleto tiene algo raro.
The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life.
Se nota mucho que baja
How
las texturas.
stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Sí, una para abajo bien.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
No.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
¿Qué quieres que vea
The
sangre?
Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until
Puto.
I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Por cierto, una cosa que tengo que mirar. A mí esto ya me la pela. Así que a lo mejor puedo ponerme, por ejemplo, esto. Y aquí ponerme, por ejemplo, alguna de estas armas. Por ejemplo, esto. Ah, vale. Joder, Dios. Vale, ya he pillado cómo cambiar de arma. Vale, muy bien. Ahora que ya es esto. Otro gallo canta. A lo mejor con las escopetas puedo reventarles la puta boca a la gente de por ahí. What happened to you? Bueno, por aquí no es. Tampoco. Me quedé bueno. Está ahí. Vale, voy. What happened to you?
You took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Hostias, esta, la vampira.
That's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Está todo muerto, o sea.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Tú también trabajas en el
Words are
hospital.
kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Hola, me has visto, ¿verdad? No.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, sí.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself.
¿Estamos hablando de que somos un vampiro delante de una persona?
My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well.
Claro.
In spite of
¿Cómo que sois vampiros?
encounter.
No me jodas.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
No te creo.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
No.
You
Vale.
must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first.
Cuéntame.
Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer.
¿Cómo de tapadera? ¡Si sois vampiros!
compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply
Es mejor llevarse bien con un vampiro que lleva más tiempo que nosotros transformado.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Joder, qué pesado.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of
¿Tú has sido víctima de extorsión?
I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy.
Pues me voy a cobrar yo
refuse
todo.
his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
¿Es un vampiro quien demanaba?
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something.
Hubiese pedido algo más valioso. En vez de pedido.
My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Lo reviento.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
O sea que no quiere más. Vale.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands,
Tu vida.
Dr. Reed.
Vamos a ver.
I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Ah, ahora habláis estado. O sea, hay un... Mira. Mira, mira. Voy a intentar hacer las misiones. ¡A la mierda! ¡Me largo! Pues sí, lo voy a intentar hacer. A ver si puedo hacer algo interesante, porque... Y siguen bajando los FPS. Es que no lo entiendo. Grape. Esto es de nivel 18 ahí, no me hace. Bueno, vamos a intentarlo, ¿qué coño? Hola. ¿Y si te hago así? No, eso no quería. Voy a hacer así. Tú bien, ¿no? Tú bien. Sé que dije también que me iba a poner lo de invisible, pero he visto de que la invisibilidad vale de una puta mierda en este juego, así que queden por culo. Paso de ser invisible. Ay, me encanta, ¿eh? Me encanta. Un gilipollas random me puede reventar la puta boca. ¡Qué bien! ¡Qué perfecto! Y cuanto más nivel, más me quitan. Porque ¿en qué queda este momento de decir... No, no, no. Si es que puedes... cuanto más nivel tengas, menos te quitan. ¿Pero por qué? O sea, ¿por qué hace que yo...? No tiene mucho sentido. Hola. ¿Qué? Te hundo la vida. Vayas. No. Casi me das. Qué gracioso era, ¿no? Vaya. Pues no. Hostia, cómo me ha jodido eso. Me mata. ¡Me mata! ¡Dios! ¡Este juego de mierda! ¡Juego de mierda! O sea, algunas veces ni me tocan. Otras me revientan a hostias. Muy bien, juego. Muy bien. A tu rollo. No tiene sentido. No tiene sentido este juego. A mí el sistema de niveles es que me pone de muy mala hostia, tío. Vamos a ver, ¿por qué coño hay tantos niveles? ¿Por qué coño? Es que es lo que más me jode, tío, del juego. Mira, ven por culo, ¿sabes? Uf. Que sí, tío, que ya te he visto que estás así, subnormal. Pues nada, hacer la misión principal, porque veo que no puedo hacer nada más que hacer la puta misión principal para poder hacer cosas interesantes, porque las misiones secundarias no me deja hacerlas, porque son niveles mega exorbitados. No tiene puto sentido este juego. Si me dan misiones secundarias es para que pueda hacerlas, no para que tenga que estar haciendo cosas para... Es que no tiene sentido, coño. Que sí, hola.
What is this? Who are you?
¿Qué te fue?
Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here. You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches.
Y la combinación ya ni te cuento.
Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores or
¡Hala, venga!
keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty
Joder, la otra.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Sí, lo
Thank you
sé.
for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
¿Por qué mañana por la noche? Estás tonto.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Sí, ya sabemos esto. Esta no, ¿no? Uy, esto no lo había visto. ¡Opio! Joder. La droga. A ver, aquí enfermera. A esta, ¿no? Joder. Vamos a hablar con este, coño. Hola.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr.
Negligencia médica.
Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
Ah, de la morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Jo.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Sí, muy aliviada.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Imagino.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Lo de respeto. Vamos a hacer.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But
Que te calle la boca. Vale, o sea, este vende todas las cosas de estas, ¿no? Y ya me quedo sin pasta. ¡Bien! Hooray. Vale. Y vámonos. Vamos para acá. Hablamos. Pipa Pickens. Hawkins. Esa. Es. De bien. Está aquí. Aquí. Pasa loca.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones.
Sí.
Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Pues... nada.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Vamos a ver, compañero, que ya la he encontrado. Deja de tocarme los huevos con la tontería. A ver, ¿no? Dorothy Crane. Todo por afuera, ¿no? O sea, tengo que hablar con las tres. Está por aquí, ¿no? Hola.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff
Porque no sé por qué de repente me
The
sale.
people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
¿Segura? Me quedo bien. Tiriri. Tiriri. Vale, adiós.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Abajo. What? Anda, mira. A este le tengo que devolver el puto cuchillo. Tú, su normal. Tu cuchillo. ¿Qué pollas? ¿Por qué cargas? Compañero, que es un diálogo. ¡Oye! Bueno, pues cuando quiera.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
Why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Da tu cuchillo.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Ahora te reviento.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
Vale.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Pues so.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated alright, I'll be fine.
Tócate los cojones. Ah, perdón.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place
Que
with
sí.
shitty staff.
Cállate la boca.
As long as I'm treated alright, I'll be
Joder.
fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Te reviento, vida. Venga, adiós.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live
La forma honrada, hijo de puta, que se ha cuchillado.
It's more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Vale, o sea que es un líder de banda. Clay había asesinado al hermano del hombre del que intentó matarlo y Clay pretende seguir siendo uno de los líderes de la banda tras su recuperación. Vale.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Venga, toma.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way.
Porque soy buena persona.
And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
No sé, encima habré hecho algo mal. Es que...
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Ah, mira. ¿Y está? Ah, estos dos, vale. Pues nada, vamos a dejarlo por aquí, ¿vale? Espero que hayáis disfrutado muchísimo de este capítulo. En el siguiente capítulo seguiré buscando a la otra, supongo. Y poco más que contar. Muchas gracias por visto. Darle a like si os ha gustado. Suscribiros si no estáis para que YouTube os avise que yo soy vídeo. Recordad que es gratis, así que aprovechaos de ello. Un fuerte abrazo y hasta el siguiente capítulo. ¡Adiós!